Our culinary program, we have classes culinary 1, 2, and 3, and students can move through those starting at freshman year. Once a student has finished all the classes, 1, 2, and 3, if they're still interested in those type of opportunities, for senior year, we offer a work-based learning program. And that allows students to go out into the community and still work in food and beverage, but make a paycheck. So when a student starts in Culinary 1, obviously there's some theory that we want to go over, and that's things like how to keep food safe, how to work in a kitchen, how to work as a team. And so there is what I call seat work to begin in Culinary 1. As you move through that, though, you really start getting into labs about 2 or 3 days a week. By the time you get to Culinary 2, we've mainly moved through all of the theory, and we're just practicing those skills daily. So that could include doing catering orders, working on personal projects. Sometimes students have the ability to work on independent things that they're interested in. And then by Culinary 3, students are mainly working in the kitchen or preparing for that next step. So some may be going straight into industry, and they may be doing more of a managerial role here. Some may be preparing to take exams to get into culinary schools. So it just depends on the level. I do like for students to know when they come in that this is a career and technical class, and it is meant for somebody who is interested in food and beverage. And so while we do mainly study culinary in this specific class, we also touch on jobs in hospitality, hotels and lodging, even gaming, resorts, theme parks, which are a huge part of our community here in Sevier County. And so it is called culinary, and that is the majority of what we study, but we also have some opportunities to look at the hospitality industry as a whole. So in a lot of times I've had students who maybe tried it out, decided, I like this industry. Maybe I don't want to be a chef 5 days a week, but they've went on to work at resorts like Dollywood, Soaky Mountain, those types of places. So closely related to food and beverage, but not actually working with food. Before I started the program here at Northview, I was working for a culinary university called Johnson & Wales University, and my role there was to educate students about going to culinary school, help them through the admissions process, and through that job, that's how I really discovered how much I love to teach culinary. We are incredibly blessed with our facilities here. The program was started in 2016, so all of our equipment is relatively new. It's going to be probably a lot nicer equipment than some students might even work with out in their jobs out in food and beverage. But we have the opportunity to do any type of work in baking and pastry or hot foods. We even have a brand new smoker that we were lucky to get, I think 2 years ago. So anything from baking cakes, decorating, to smoking meat, we have pretty much all the equipment to do it. One of our programs that we're extremely proud of is our meal prep program, and it is similar to take and bake style meals that you would see maybe at like a grocery store. Students in Culinary 2 get to run that program. They get to choose menus each week, prepare meals, and then faculty, staff, parents, people from the community are allowed to order those and then come in and pick them up, take them home to feed their families. So we have some programs like that, and then sometimes we have just individuals that come to us and ask us if we would cater a specific event. We do a lot of events here for our high school, so things with the sports teams or banquets. I have probably 2 of my seniors. So one is started the program as a freshman, completed the program junior year, and he is working with, I believe, Chipotle as an assistant manager. So he gets to leave school a little bit early, goes and talks in there, and is making a pretty good paycheck. Then we have some students who might have the opportunity to gain experience here on campus. So whether that maybe be pairing up with somebody in our cafeteria. I've had some students who have taken more of a leadership role with our meal prep program. And even though they're in the work-based learning, they're still working here on campus. So that alleviates some issues with transportation. We have quite a few students who have made this their career. Right now, we have probably about 3 students who are studying at Walter State in their culinary program. either in the hot food side or in baking and pastry. We also have a few students who chose not to go the post-secondary route. They went ahead and just went into their own business. Right now I have one student who is running his own food truck in South Knoxville. When students come into my classroom, it's the class that they're waiting to get to all day. We get to kind of get up and move around and work with our hands. We're not sitting in a desk. We're not doing a ton of written work. And I think that really helps the students have something to look forward to. And so I think that they really enjoy getting to make something of their own. And of course, everybody loves to be a taste tester.
Welcome to Northview Seymour Academy Residential and Commercial Construction Program of Study. This career cluster prepares students for careers in designing, planning, managing, building, and maintaining the building environment. The goal is to not only teach students the hands-on skills necessary to be successful in the construction industry, but to also develop the soft skills necessary to be employable, reliable, and grow professional in the work they enjoy. Students will also be able to explore various construction careers such as carpentry, electrical, plumbing, and several more through the various shop projects through the semester. During these projects, students will be introduced to a variety of hand and power tools while developing the skills to properly choose, safely use the correct tools for the job. Some of these tools range from the table saws and compound miter saws to measuring tapes, drills, and hammers. At the end of the program of study, students should have the knowledge and confidence to be able to properly identify, choose, and safely use a variety of tools and equipment, along with how to properly plan, design, and budget for any given construction, home improvement, and home repairs.
Any project we do, always have a plan in mind, do a blueprint. But it's actually as simple as we first demo pallets for the wood, and then they use their blueprint, and then they see, well, I can take this old pallet wood and shape it into, we do flags, we do basketball goals, home plates, Tennessee, kind of plaques, things like that. But to watch them say, I took this old pallet wood, use this plan, cut it to size, learn how to measure, cut, stain, nail, stuff like that, that seems to be their favorite thing to do, just watch themselves create something out of nothing. I got into teaching. Well, originally I was wanting to be a math teacher, but took a different route and started working at a financial institution here in Sevier County, where I became their facilities director. And within that, scheduling projects, doing repairs for the bank, just talking to different contractors. Their main, I guess, complaint was that they couldn't find anybody to work for them. Just as it's like being reliable or work ethic or whatnot. So that's kind of, as we say in the statement, it's not just about learning hands-on skills for me, but it's soft skills, how to show up on time, how to dress appropriately, how to behave, things like that. Fundamentals of construction is my first, and residential and commercial construction 1 is my second, and then residential and commercial construction 2 is my third, and that's actually a 3-hour course where I have them for 2 class periods. Now we've done a miniature frame house just for the fact that area here and stuff like that can't really frame in an actual house. But yeah, we've done framing and teaching them the different names of the studs and how far apart, and just building code and things like that they kind of learn as they go. So it's Skills Ready USA, and in the past I've had one compete in plumbing, and then we tried to get into electrical. That's why we got these displays up, which has been fun for the students to learn how to wire outlets, wire light switches, things like that. I've had a couple that have joined some construction companies, just doing like labor as they go in and go into like TCAT and stuff like that. And I know I've got some that are looking into HVAC and wanting to do the Severe Ready program right now. So, I mean, we've had a handful of students, move on to into the construction field. When they come in fundamentals, I mean, we talk about how intimidating a power tool can be, especially a table saw. But all my classes at the beginning of every semester, every class, we always have 2 weeks of safety. And once I talk about safety, then we do the hands-on with the saws. It seems like they just get comfortable within like a matter of a couple days. And then after that, I can just sit back, watch them work, and trust that they've just built that confidence. So it's not like it's a big jump. It's just showing kids how to build confidence and how to work with things safely.
Cosmetology is a lot more than just doing hair, skin, and makeup. We learn finances, how to build relationships, how to establish communication skills. It's very broad. We go to the very basics of the color wheel. My students actually get to do art. Cosmetology is an art. It is a way that they are able to express themselves. Sculpting nails, whether it be hair cutting or whether it be hair coloring. So we start with the color wheel. They learn how to mix the colors, relate it to the colors that we actually mix that we use on our clients. So it's a lot of fun. We have a lot of fun. It's a lot of energy. We become family. I'm with these students from the time they're 15 years old until they're 18. So I'm with them 3 solid years and half the school day most of the time. We build relationships. They gain clientele. People come back and they ask for specific students. So it helps build confidence. I would have to say that's probably one of the most important things that I feel like that my kids take out of this. They build confidence. They build a skill. They're learning a trade. They're going to make money if they choose to go that path, but also it prepares them for any industry, really. So Cosmetology 1, in Cosmetology 1, it is a lot of theory. We have to learn about decontamination. We learn the whole body anatomy, and that's a whole entire 6 weeks. When we're learning anatomy, we are doing manicures, pedicures, facials. That's currently what we're doing right now with Cosmo 1 and Seymour. Cosmetology 2, we began hair cutting and hair chemicals such as chemical relaxers, perming, and different types of color. You do begin taking clients in your Cosmetology 2 career. So we do have family, friends, teachers, then we have a lot of public that comes in and supports us, and they donate back to the program so that we can help replenish our supplies. Cosmetology 3 is more of business, and it's more of state board prepping for the exam because there are 2 exams you have to take. There's the theory exam you have to pass first, and then the practical exam, which is the hands-on. So in Cosmo 3, we concentrate mostly on how to open your own business, how to do your taxes, how to do a budget. We have people from banks, credit unions, areas of expertise. We have salons, spas, barber shops that come in and talk to us about the business aspect of the industry. But we also have Cosmetology 4. We are in the process of building that program. Currently, we use as a leadership apprenticeship class, so mentorship. I've had my cosmetology license for 30 years. I started out working in a local salon. Actually, the lady that did my hair ended up being my boss and where I went to work. So I worked there. I did open my own salon, New Creations. I did sell that when I came to work teaching. It honestly had not crossed my mind about teaching. I do feel like owning my own salon previously in the amount of years, because I did start young in the industry, that I have experienced a lot. I've been through a lot of different situations, a lot of confrontations with clients. And so coming to teach at Northview has really given me the ability to share multiple things with cosmetology students. Communication is huge in any industry that you choose. So we actually do a lot of learning about communications. We build a resume, we'll build a portfolio, and we customize that as you get older and as you graduate, become a senior, to go into what profession, college that you want. Sevier County has allowed our cosmetology programs to excel. We have so many opportunities that have been given to us. The equipment that we have been able to get prepares our students for success that a lot of other schools really truly don't have. My program is set up to complete the 1,500 hours. It is accomplishable. You do have to finish your license or your 1,500 hours within 7 years from your start date. My students have 7 years to complete their 1,500 hours. But I highly recommend college in addition to getting the cosmetology license. I have several students that go straight to cosmetology. 22%, I looked back at this, 22% have went on to college and changed their mind and said, I missed my calling. I learned so much in high school, I want to learn more. 62% of my students to date for the last 10 years are in the industry. 62% is huge. There is, I'm pretty sure Seymour has work study. I'm hoping in the future that we're able to place some seniors into salons and work environments. I'm in the process of working Smoky Mountain, Dollywood, because we now offer braiding license in the state of Tennessee to high school students 16 years old. You do have to have the course, be able to prove that you can complete the task at hand, but they do get a license. And so, you go to a lot of resorts and they have these hair braiders that are there. They make very good money, $25 an hour. It's pretty good money plus tips. This year we have 14 students graduating, and of that 14, 9 are going into the industry. Pretty good success rate. It's really truly because we are really truly supported in the county. A lot of schools do not have what we have, and so we're very blessed, and my kids have everything in this classroom is established for them to be successful and to know every aspect of the industry. So pretty cool.